Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is that you're listening to this. My name is Yvette Wanzu, and welcome back to the Walking with Wanzu podcast. How are you? How have you been? Has life been kind to you? It's been treating you good? Tough times? I'm sending you love and hugs nonetheless. Welcome back to the podcast. Enjoy listening. Hi guys, as many of you know, February was my birthday month and I turned 30. And there's this trend that has been going on. I really like that I wanted to come on here and do. And it's the number of lessons you have learned versus the number of years that you have turned. So I turned 30 and it would only be natural for me to do 30 lessons I have learned over the 30 years I have been on this earth, or 30 lessons that I have learned since I turned 30. But I only managed to come up with 11 lessons. I know there's so many other things that probably will come to mind as I speak, and I'll be happy to share. And let's get into it. So the first lesson, your character and value system is a collection of your experiences. I feel like we're in an age where we are all trying to be woke and get into knowing ourselves a bit more and understanding what the human experience is about. So one thing that I have come to learn truthfully and truly is that who you are as a person is a collection of all the experiences you've had, more so since childhood up to the particular point that you're in. How people treated you, how people showed up for you, what you went through. Many times, more often than not, it shapes the kind of person that you become. We've always seen people go through different experiences, and you see that some people react to those experiences differently. How you respond to certain challenges or certain experiences that you get even when you're older would be a reflection of how it is that you know a collection of your experiences or the things that you went through when you were younger. And so it really shapes the kind of person that you become, whether you're an empath, whether you're very feisty, whether you're expressive. A lot of who we become as grown-ups is a collection of your upbringing and the experiences that have led to the particular moment that you're in. And so with that being said, I want to go into the second point. You need to heal from trauma and find time in the hustle and bustle of life to decompress and just be still. Let's talk about the first part, which is trauma. I think we're all trying to heal and come out of something, okay? Like I said before, we are raised by parents, right? And our parents are human beings. And more often than not, human beings can't do everything right. There's certain things that they do that are wrong, that affect us in a negative way. So part of being an adult, I feel, is trying to consciously identify what your traumas are and heal from them so that you become a better person for yourself and even for those around you. Plus, no one wants to live their lives feeling hurt and wounded and bruised and just looking like you're just a ball of hurt and bad vibes. Another thing is to find time and to set aside time for you to pour into your cup. So to heal, to decompress, to just be still. How many of us have ever had a moment where you remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth? Because that's what you do when you're tense. Some of us I work at a dental clinic, and I know a lot of people who come in and they've been told that they have the habit of grinding their teeth because the way life is right now, it's very fast-paced and it's go, go, go. And with the grinding and the hustle culture, you'll constantly find yourself trying to chase the next thing and do the next thing and do it well. So we rarely have time to just pause and decompress and look around you and just enjoy the beauty that is life. Another thing is it's important to embrace your beauty and your personality. Don't be out here shrinking to make people feel comfortable. Don't be out here making yourself soft so other people can be able to swallow you. Let them choke. Just it's important to embrace who you are, and once you do that, life is a lot more easier and you live life as your true authentic self. Another lesson that I have learned is it takes nothing to be nice and to be kind to people. You see the way you're going through all those struggles, and even the way you're shining and you're having a good time. People are equally going through those similar experiences. And even the good book says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So if you're out here being mean, being unkind, just spewing bile, and I strongly believe in karma. So what you give is what you get. But it costs you nothing to be nice and kind to people. Kindness normally gives a certain response. Most of the time, when you're kind to people, when you're understanding, when you're a ball of good vibes, what you get back is so much more than what you've given. So kindness doesn't cost you anything. Lesson number 5: laugh out loud. This one is hitting close to home. I was always very cringy about showing love, expressing love, because I always thought, I think, and when you have a history of being burnt or being disappointment, then you're always very careful about how you express your love. But I've noticed that I'm a lover, and I'm a lover of love. So the people that I love and that are close to me and that I care about, I will love them out loud. I will constantly affirm. I will constantly mention it. I will constantly show up for them. Just love out loud and give people their flowers while they're alive. And they can hear you and they can smell them. So if I want to give someone a compliment, I will. If I want to tell someone something, I will. If I want to show up for someone in a certain way, support, just love on them, I will do it, and do it loudly, do it with my chest, express it, and just do it 100%. Another lesson that I have learned in life is to be conscious of death. Where this is a reality that hits very different, especially as we get older. I think we're getting into an age, and I probably mentioned this on here before, because now I'm older, I'm getting into an age where I'm hearing, oh, so-and-so lost their sister, so-and-so lost their dad. So like death is constantly hitting close to home. And now it makes me think about my own mortality, right? And it makes me very reflective and very conscious of the gift that life is. And so it makes me see life in a different kind of way. Death is not something that happens to life. It's something that happens in life. We are born, we live, we die. And it's a natural occurrence, and it happens. And going through life trying to feel like it's something that you don't want to discuss or think about is actually quite dangerous, to be honest, because it's here. So it's something that we know that is with us, that could happen at any given time, although we pray for long life. But it's part of life, right? And when it happens, sometimes it could be tragic, sometimes it could just happen in a natural way, sometimes because of the events that are going on, perhaps someone is unwell and you're anticipating it, but death is here and it's part of life. So now more than ever, I'm so conscious about death, and knowing that it could happen to the people that I love, it could happen to me. It's there, it's here with us, right? Another thing is to do it afraid. Now, one thing that I feel a lot of us, especially even in your 20s, it's governed by, oh my gosh, what will they say? How will they view me? What will they think? Me, I'm here to tell you, if no one has told you, nobody gives a and you cannot go through life making decisions based on what people will think. You can't also go through life making decisions based on the fear of failure, or what if it goes wrong. Just do it. Just imagine if there's something that you've been thinking of doing and you haven't done, just do it. If you fail, you fail. At least now you know you can do it, or you can try and do it better or do it differently. At least you know that you can do it. I think it's so bad to always live with the fear of what if perhaps I could have. Just do it. Honey, I hear people talking about, oh, you choose love, you don't fall in love. Fall helplessly in love. And if it doesn't work out, pick yourself up and keep it pushing. Let's not script life too much. If there's something that you feel you want, now this is not me telling people to go out there and rob a bank and kill someone. No, those words, I think, actually, if you're listening to this and that's what you were thinking, let's do therapy. Let's do therapy. Write to me, let's talk, because things are not well. But if it's just, small decisions in life, or even big decisions like going back to school, getting another job, switching careers, moving houses, leaving a toxic relationship, just do it afraid. You will be surprised how much more you can accomplish if you push yourself and do all those things that you're scared of. Your dreams and even what you accomplish is so much better when you do those ones that you're scared of. Those things that you're scared of, please do them. You'll be surprised. And I'm preaching to you as I preach to myself, because I and fear and anxiety, we are in a WhatsApp group that is becoming hard to delete. Okay, Lesson number 8, don't let people talk too much into your life. I cannot stress this enough. Girls, come around, tupatane pale nyuma ya tent ama tukuje hapa mbele ya tent. I don't even know where we're going to gather and talk. Now, we all know we have those girlfriends, we have our secret committee. Boys, you're not left behind. All the men here who have the My Boys crew, my gang, I see you. Please, friends are good because you can't go through life alone, and humans are communal beings, right? But don't let people speak too much into your life. When you're talking to your friends and you're telling them, man, I feel like I want to switch jobs, man, this relationship is draining me. This relationship is draining me, I want to leave. Or it's certain life decisions, or it's something that you need to make a decision about, or just do. Don't let people speak too much into your life. At the end of the day, everybody has their own journey and they're doing their own thing. So when you let people speak too much into your life, imagine you'll just be looking like a dead fish going with the current. Now let's pick a scenario. Let's say you're in a relationship, and because the relationships nowadays are the ghetto, I will constantly refer to them, all right? And you have this guy, he's constantly blowing hot and cold. But deep down, Nyakeo, deep down, Nyambura, you know what you're supposed to do. But you're here, you meet with Cecilia on Monday, she's telling you, give him time, girl, let him be. Maybe he's going through something. And then you meet Wamboi on Tuesday, and she tells you, you know what, dump his ass. That nigga ain't serious. And then you meet Auma on Wednesday, and she's telling you, oh, just blue tick him. Don't even respond to his messages. And then which I don't know who is telling you, pray for him. And now you're constantly doing all these things, and even you're feeling confused and pulled in so many directions. And then this relationship, or whatever you have going on, is already based on so much like uncertainty. Now you need to add more uncertainty, because even you, now you're doing so many, like you're pulling so many stops to this guy who's already blowing hot and cold. Do you see how that can be a cycle of confusion? So at the end of the day, even when you seek counsel, which is good because we don't know everything and we are not all the way, together, please, as you seek counsel, know that at the end of the day, it's your journey. So pick what is edifying to your soul, discard what is not, and then be conscious that it is you walking that journey and you know you better than anybody else, and make a decision that works for you. Counsel is good, but don't let people speak too much into your life. And this is something that this is a lesson that occurred to me quite recently, because me, I'm a person who is very flexible, right? So I'm constantly reinventing. I like to go with the way life is flowing, okay? If it's a bit of a hard time, I readjust. If things are good and they're rosy, I enjoy. But I really like to flow and readjust and realign my life according to the cycle of life, right? And sometimes I'll find someone tells me, perhaps you should try this. No, I think you should do this. Perhaps you should go in this direction. And me and my brain and my two legs, now I'm constantly going in every direction because people are giving me advice. And I have seen that to give me a lot of confusion, a lot of anxiety. It makes me feel like, do I even know what I'm doing? So no. Live your life. You know you better than anyone else. It's your journey. Just do you. Don't let people speak too much into your life. I don't think I could explain that any further. Another lesson is you will break and have your heart broken many times. This journey of heartbreak is rough. It's R for rough. Gosh. Anyway, so we are humans. So as we get older, we start to see people, we start to like them, and one thing always leads to the other. And some people are lucky enough on the first try, pap is your first love, is your puppy love. You guys get together and you end up spending the rest of your lives together. Some of us are just being character developed, punched, kicked left, right, and center with heartache. And then maybe at some point you get to find your one. And then some people just become jaded and they're just like, you know what, let me just focus on other things. So in the journey of life, just know and be conscious that your heart will be broken a number of times. And even you, because you ain't no angel, you'll break a number of hearts. But it's just the way life is, right? So you learn from it and you move forward. And I just want to say this. It doesn't always have to end in strife. I know heartbreaks can be messy. I know it can be hard. And there's such a thing as heartache. There actually is. You know how you can have a stomachache? you can actually have heartache. Like your heart, and I don't know why I'm getting emotional as I say this, but your heart can really ache. Because I feel like sometimes we really dismiss hurt and pain, and we're just like, get over it, girl, put on your best clothes, let's go out. The best way to get over someone is to get under someone. But deep down, this person is shattered, this person is hurting. So it's important, even if you're going through a heartache or of a period where you're just hurt, whether you've lost a friend, whether you've lost someone that you are in a romantic relationship with, give yourself time to grieve, give yourself time to heal, and then move on. Because the beauty of life is that it's a cycle. And I learned this the other day. It was that, a lifeline, it's always going up and down and up and down. And when it flight lines and life is neutral, it means you're dead. So the nature of life is there will be ups and there will be downs. So there will be times when you're on your high and you're thriving and you're doing well. And there are times when you'll be low. But the good thing about being down is knowing that you go up. And the beauty about going up is knowing that you might go down, but still at some point you go up. So that's just how life works, and that's just how life is. I don't think there's a manual for how to handle relationships. You just do the best you can with what you have, and the main goal is to heal and move forward, and not come out of it salty, and not have an agenda to now just go around scarring and wounding people. Okay? The next one, the second last one actually, is it's important to find support from your circle. This might be a bit contradicting from the other point I had spoken about, but no man is an island. Okay, I know you're a bad bitch and you can do bad all by yourself, and you're amazing and you're a boss and yes, all of the above. Okay, but it's also, there's something to be said about human connections and human interactions. Okay, and it's I'll give you a good example. See children who come from a home where their parents are constantly affirming them, showing up for them, encouraging them, invested in the things that they're doing, and just constantly drumming and cheering them on. The kind of psyche and confidence that child has is very different from a child who comes from a home where the parents are not interested in what they do. They couldn't be bothered. It's like they never even get a good job or a well done. The way you show up when you have support and people in your corner and people cheering you on and supporting you is very different from when you show up when you feel like you're alone and it's just you and you need to do what you need to do. There's something to be said about support. And I hope that as you go through life and as you get older, that you find your tribe, the people who will ride for you, who will die for you. Okay, not necessarily die, that's a bit extreme. But just people who will ride for you and cheer you on and root for you and even hold you down in prayer and love and support when you can't hold yourself. Okay? Last but not least, constantly reinvent. Okay, you thought you wanted to be a doctor, it's not working out. Just go and be an artist. Okay, you thought you started off by liking the arts and you thought you wanted to be an artist, but I don't know, like engineering is looking cute. Like you find yourself fixing random things and enjoying it while you're at it. Then now just go and do engineering. I mean, you were in this long-term relationship and you thought he was the one, but as years get by and you thought she was the one as well, but as the years are going back and you people are doing different things and you're morphing and transforming, you feel like the dynamics have changed and you're not sure if he or she is the one. I mean, just amicably end the relationship. Keep it pushing. Give yourself time, space, and grace to constantly reinvent. As long as the sun is coming up and it's going to go down and it comes back up again tomorrow, that's your cue to get a blank page and rewrite your story. And I hope you find the courage to do that, whether or not you feel scared and whether or not you're scared about what people will say. People will talk. Whether you're successful, they will talk. Why are you so successful? You're unsuccessful? Why aren't you working hard enough? You're just there. Now why are you complacent? People will always talk. But when you know what your journey is and you're focused on it and you give yourself love and grace, now that brings me to my bonus point. As I talk about, hey, the choir say amen. Amen. Okay? I have learned that I love to love and to give of myself and to give of the people around me that I love. I mean, with my small limited resources, I'm always out here trying to do the most. Maybe this is my cue to ask to be a millionaire, because I don't mind. I don't mind being a millionaire and just going out here and saving damsels in distress and doing the most. But I learned that there was a point in my life where I was also very critical of people, right? Because I have a very smart mouth. So there's nothing you will tell me that I will not have a comeback for. Try me. But I noticed that I was very critical of people. Or I would never do that. Or I would never wear that. I would never handle that way. But that was a reflection of what I was feeling deep down inside. And it only took a while for me to realize that what I am projecting and putting out there is actually what is going on internally. So I have decided, and I decided then to do a conscious effort, to make a conscious effort to try and heal from whatever it is that was going on, right? If it was the experiences that I had gone through that were making me so bitter and so critical, and not feeling like I love myself, and not feeling like I'm in a position where I'm appreciating myself, I needed to change that, and I did. And it's been a work in progress. So I'm not there yet, but I want to give myself the love, the grace, the peace that I need before I can even go out there and try and be anyone's, to be the love of someone's life, and to be someone's peace, and to be someone's partner. I want to be my own person. I want to be my biggest cheerleader. I want to be my own partner. I want to be my own ride or die. I want to give myself love that, hey, sweet love. Like me, I like soft love. I don't know about you. Me, I like soft. Yeah, I like soft, sweet love. And I feel like if I can't give that to myself and reflect that, then I can't expect anyone to come and give it to me. And even if they try to give it to me, how many times or how, I won't be able to appreciate it. So I hope you find that for yourself. Give yourself love, give yourself grace. Depende tu. You only get this one life. You don't know if you're coming back as a cockroach or an ant, but now you're a human. Just enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and being part of my journey. I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Yvette Wanzu. Find me on Gmail at tewanzu@gmail.com. Feel free to write to me so that we can interact and get to know each other a little bit better. Thank you so much for being part of my journey and for walking with me and doing this thing called life with me. See, we just do life together. Ama, have a good one. Sending you love and light, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.